Have a heart. Jeannie Most, CNN, New York.
Hey, I love that top, so Tin Man style is apparently what I like. Well, Katy Perry's always a good sport, and earlier this week, Perry announced this is her final season as a judge on American Idol. She says she's putting out a new album, finally, which will be her first recording since 2020. Also coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the program that couldn't have come at a better time, as the region has seen some major fires in the last several days. We have how you can sign up for the Wildfire Readiness Program. And the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office releases some stats on drug overdose deaths in the county. Also, a new technology center opens up in Richland. What you should know about Atkin Realis. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6 a.m. on Thursday, April 18th. Let's check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it's pretty cold out there, not what I was expecting. What else are we seeing?
Feels like winter out there this morning, Jessica. Temperatures close to the freezing mark. Wouldn't be surprised if some of you have frost on your vehicle if you park outside, but at least the sun is basically up. Sunrise 6:03 here in Kennewick. This is what it looks like outside. And look at all those trees blooming. A beautiful sight there as we take a look outside at 6 a.m. on your Thursday. We do have freeze warnings in effect until 9 o'clock this morning. That's because the growing season has already begun with frost advisories for places like Moses Lake and locations just to our east. Temperatures are now below freezing in Tri-Cities. 29 in Hermiston, 31 in Yakima, 33 in Toppenish, 36 in Walla Walla. So this is the coldest it is going to get this morning because the sun is now up and we'll see temperatures start to rise pretty quickly. But if you're about to head out the door, you want to bundle up. You may even need that seat warmer on this morning along with the hot coffee to keep you warm. No weather to worry about other than there could be some frost on your vehicle. So maybe take a peek outside, and if you have frost, allow for the car defroster to do its thing before heading off to work this morning. This evening, you'll need the shades for sure. 68 degrees, not bad if you want to take the dog for a walk after work. We'll continue to warm things up as we head into the weekend, but our next cold front moves in this weekend. What that means for your plans, we'll line that up for you coming up in a little bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Now to your top headlines this morning. As April's cruising by and with hot summer months right around the corner, if you live in one Southeast Washington community, you can prepare now for wildfires through free resources. Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed tells us how.
When you first moved here, did you think about being ready for wildfire?
Well, actually, I grew up here.
Meet Walla Walla homeowner Rick Westfall. This is his home, close to 2,000 feet in elevation and overlooking Walla Walla County.
So I grew up in the wildfire scene a little bit, doing cat work. It's funny because you work on that so much, but sometimes you forget to maintain what you have around your house.
On this sunny Wednesday morning, Westfall offered up his house as a backdrop for today's announcement. The husband and father almost lost his home due to a wildfire a few years ago.
One day of that crew coming every year, or 2 or 3 days of just me going out and keeping it clean. That's something I can manage. So it took that big task, clearing it all, which would have taken me weeks, down to, hey, it's done.
Westfall used his home to demonstrate firsthand the simple steps residents can take now to prepare their home and property.
And that's what makes these programs successful, is a collaboration that is amongst all responders, property owners, and I'm really excited that we're kicking off this event today.
Not every county in the state offers this program. In our viewing area, counties like Yakima and Kittitas County participate, and of course now Walla Walla. Over 3,000 people, though, statewide have already requested the free in-person home visit and forest health consultations.
And with 11 counties, including Walla Walla County, actively engaging the residents, this momentum only continues to grow. The program is for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're a homeowner, renter, or small forest landlord.
The month of May is also Wildfire Awareness Month in Washington, so the timing of this cannot be better.
One of my roles is to work with homeowners like Rich here to come out to properties and identify any hazards as well as any things that homeowners have done that have really benefited the defensibility. And so all sorts of combustibles like cushions, like mulch and other things like that, those are places where those embers can travel potentially miles from a fire.
And for Westfall, he told me today that he can now sleep much better at night and believes if you take advantage of the free program, you'll rest easier as well.
Washington State Penitentiary will bring guys up and clean around your house. And they came up for 3 to 4 days. We didn't realize how much fuel we had.
To sign up for the program, visit wildfireready.dnr.wa.gov. We also have that posted as a direct link on our website. Just head to applevalleynewsnow.com. And we are well underway into wildfire season in our region. Firefighters with Umatilla County Fire District 1, Oregon Fire, and the Boardman Fire Rescue District battled a wildfire yesterday afternoon on Kerrs Lane. The fire was fought above the canal, and at this time, the cause is unknown. Also yesterday afternoon, fire crews in Franklin County worked to put out a garage fire before it could spread and do more damage. Fire officials say a propane tank in the garage exploded, although it's not clear why. The house is not far from a fire station, so crews were able to respond quickly. No reports of anybody being hurt. And the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office is encouraging parents to talk to their kids about the dangers of drugs as new numbers show a concerning rise in deadly overdoses. The Sheriff's Office says in the past 2 years, they saw 14 drug overdose deaths countywide. So far this year, they've already seen 5. The Sheriff's Office says there are many more overdose cases where first responders are able to save the person's life, but each overdose puts additional strain on law enforcement, emergency medical services, and hospitals. And the Kennewick Police Department has arrested 2 people in a drive-by shooting investigation that happened back in October of 2023. 20-year-old Cesar Villagrana of Pasco was arrested on suspicion of a drive-by shooting, as well as a Kennewick juvenile. And the juvenile's mother was cited for failure to supervise. The shooting happened on October 12th at an apartment complex in the 700 block of North Arthur Street. Nobody was hurt in the shooting. A new $20 million technology center has opened up in Richland. Atkins Realis says it'll play a part in supporting cleanup efforts at the Hanford site. Atkins Realis says this technology center will be used to work on even better nuclear and environmental cleanup operations, as well as clean energy advances, digital solutions, and even making robotics a bigger part of everyday life.
It's not just a slogan, is engineering a better future for its planet and its people. And it's not just a slogan. We have values that we live by. All of our employees, we look at each other as a family unit, and we're about getting work done to make the world a better place. And in this case at the Hanford site, it's about cleaning the waste, doing it safely, not getting anyone hurt, and doing it with timely results.
The mayor of Richland proclaimed it Atkins Realis Day in honor of the new technology center opening. And after years of waiting, community members in East Yakima are getting their new pool. The Yakima City Council has approved a contract to begin construction this summer with the goal of opening in June 2025. The $10.5 million aquatic center at Martin Luther King Jr. Park is being paid for with over $3 million from the city, $3 million from the county, over $2 million from the state, and also over $2 million through community fundraising.
It's been incredible to be a part of this. It has truly been, I believe, something that we will never see again, bringing this kind of money from so many different places.
Park officials say they're still $400,000 short of the money needed to build the aquatic center, but they're hoping more donors will come forward soon. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, how challenging is your job? How those challenges could mean fighting back against dementia or cognitive loss. We'll be right back with that.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
A tragedy in a small town. A church pastor is dead, shot in the back.
People were like, what? The preacher's wife?
There had to be a good reason, some speculated, to pick up that shotgun and shoot her husband.
2020, Friday night on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus where we feel like we're a one-stop shop. Primary care is everything that you do here at the Pacific Clinic. We really focus on preemptive care. And what that means to us is going out and playing tennis and working on that proprioception, that balance, that social aspect, flexibility, all those things.
Living an active lifestyle is extremely important to our health. Research shows that just by incorporating exercise into our daily lives, we can reduce our risk of cardiovascular disease by 50%. So cutting your risk in half is amazing, and just by incorporating regular exercise, we add years to our life.
Stress is the primary reason why living an active lifestyle is so important, because it reduces stress. Stress brings on anxiety, depression, all of the things that we don't want to feel.
So there's some really good benefits to cold therapy, specifically with regards to neurotransmitters. What's important about those neurotransmitters is when they go up, it improves your mood. And so it's become a really good treatment option for depression. And as far as the hot therapy, things like a sauna are really good at preventing cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even some respiratory diseases. I would recommend that folks take advantage of all the services we have to offer here at the clinic. You can make significant strides toward improving your health by utilizing all that we have to offer.
Massive savings are on this weekend, only at More Furniture. Choose from a wide variety, including our new spring lineup, and we'll provide free white glove delivery, special interest free financing until 2025, and we'll subtract your sales tax. And right now, we'll donate your gently used furniture free of charge. Make an impact in your local community and allow us to remove and donate your items with this limited time offer. Only at More Furniture.
Want free college or career training? It's possible. Go to wogrant.org.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your health news, Eli Lilly says its popular weight loss drug, Zepbound, may help people with sleep apnea. The condition causes people to briefly stop breathing while they're sleeping. In clinical trials, the company found people who used Zepbound had fewer breathing events while sleeping, and those who took the drug also lost weight. Earlier studies have shown that when people lose weight, it can help improve their sleep apnea. And if your job is not very demanding, it could put you at risk of cognitive decline and dementia when you're older. A new study analyzed health and occupational data on 7,000 Norwegians who were followed from their 30s until they retired in their 60s. It found that having an occupation that's not mentally stimulating was linked to a 66% higher risk of mild cognitive impairment and a 37% greater risk of dementia after the age of 70. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. She'll let you know what you need to be prepared for today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
What does this moment mean to you?
I wanted to pursue my own legacy. Doctors told me I'm never going to play football again, but here I am.
Welcome to the NFL Draft. Live starting Thursday, April 25th on ABC.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the TurboMax engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in homeownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-209-8578. That's 1-800-209-8578. Call now.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
When I come home and Lena grabs my leg,
she does.
It just does something.
And then I remind her, he didn't want you.
Next live, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now first alert weather. From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are taking a live look out of our studio camera in Kennewick. A beautiful start on this Thursday morning, but what you can't see is the temperature. It is a cold start out there with temperatures below freezing in some locations now. We're down to 30 in Tri-Cities, 29 in Dayton, 29 in Hermiston, 31 in Yakima. That is why that freeze warning was issued last night in preparation for temperatures dropping to or below the freezing mark. 31 in Prosser, 32 Hanford, and 36 Walla Walla. Keep in mind, areas that are above freezing at this point, there could be some spots just outside of the cities where it is a little bit colder. So it may be colder in your neighborhood at your house. Temperatures, or wind speeds rather, are anywhere between 2 and about 10 miles per hour. So with light winds overnight and a clear sky, that is why temperatures did cool down to the freezing mark this morning. So you may have some frost on your vehicle if you do park outside. Maybe leave yourself a little bit of extra time to put on that car defroster if you need to. Satellite and radar showing not much out there. There were a few clouds up toward Moses Lake a few hours ago. Those have now pushed off to the south and east. We will see plenty of sunshine today, and it's going to be a rather seasonable day across the Columbia Basin with highs around 68 in Tri-Cities, finally in the lower 60s along the foothills of the Blues, where we've topped out only in the 50s the past few days. 62 Walla Walla, 61 in Pendleton, 63 in Prosser, and 64 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, we're going to get close to the freezing mark once again. Wouldn't be surprised if another freeze warning or frost advisory is issued tonight, because temperatures will be back down into the low and middle 30s. Maybe not quite as cold as this morning, maybe a few degrees higher, but nonetheless, it's still going to feel the same with temperatures down in the low to middle 30s. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to bump those temperatures up a degree or two. Sunny, pleasant, breezy at times with highs around 70 in Tri-Cities. Mid and upper 60s from Dayton down into Walla Walla and Pendleton, and 65 in the Yakima Valley. So a great way to cap off the end of the week. And heading into the weekend, the forecast is looking pretty nice, but there are a few changes as the pattern is going to change across the Pacific Northwest. Saturday during the day, we're dry. We're actually warm, highs in the lower 70s area-wide. But look at that rainfall. That's going to increase across the western half of the state. Our next cold front moves in Saturday night. So Saturday night, we could squeeze out a few showers, nothing more than that. I think your plans during the day on Saturday are going to be just fine. But Saturday night, few showers. Any rain that falls will be on the light side and will come to an end by early Sunday morning. Sunday will start off with the clouds, and then we'll see more sunshine during the afternoon. And Sunday will be a few degrees cooler when you compare it to Saturday, but not a bad weekend, just not quite as hot as it was last weekend when we saw those temperatures in the 80s. Do you remember that? None of that in the 7-day forecast. 68 today, 70 and breezy tomorrow in Tri-Cities, 72 Saturday, 68 on Sunday. That 20% chance for rain is Saturday night, and looking good for Earth Day, 72. 64 in Yakima today, 65 tomorrow, 66 with more clouds on Saturday, and then 66 degrees on Sunday. We're in the 70s by the middle of next week. Walla Walla, 62 today, 66 tomorrow. We do have a chance for a few showers Saturday night, and then we're going to keep it dry during your Sunday, 65 degrees. Hermiston, 66, 68 on Friday, 70 on Saturday. Jessica? Thank you, Tiffany. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, if you like to take to the skies in luxury, you're in luck if you fly with American. The airline unveils its new luxury plane fit for long travel. Also, when we return, we take a look at the results of our question of the day. What's your opinion on the Olympic Nike uniforms? Are they sexist? Your thoughts are up next.
When you feel protected under our roof, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
You were nominated for Volunteers Count, and you won, and you've got yourself a $1,000 donation from STCU.
Very rewarding. It makes it all worthwhile.
She was just the perfect person.
Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Joe McDonald volunteered at the Pasco Aviation Museum, and although he is gone, his dedication to the museum lives on, earning them a $1,000 check from STCU.
He was very particular and did all the research, so the information that's in the display cases were absolutely accurate.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Next ET, everything's to come. Our Rihanna exclusive in London. Plus,
we're with Blake Shelton here at Old Red Las Vegas.
It's an ET exclusive. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
I won't cry. When you feel protected under our roof, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back. In your business headlines this morning, Red Lobster is reportedly looking into filing for bankruptcy protection, according to reports from Bloomberg. There are several reasons for that, including the cost of its leases and labor. But the $11 million Red Lobster recently lost on its endless shrimp deal certainly hasn't helped matters. The chain hasn't decided if it's going to file Chapter 11. If it does, that's the type of bankruptcy protection that allows businesses to continue operating while they restructure. And Ford is recalling more than 450,000 compact SUVs and pickup trucks in the U.S. A battery issue in the recalled vehicles might cause them to lose drive power. The models affected are Ford Bronco Sport SUVs, made between 2021 to 2024, and the Ford Maverick pickups made between 2023 to 2024. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said Ford discovered an undetected low battery charge could lead to a loss of hazard lights or cause a loss of drive power, increasing the risk of a crash. Dealerships will fix the issue for free. And just ahead of the summer travel season, American Airlines is launching what it calls its first ever rotating collection of premium onboard amenities and new bedding. Ooh. The airline says passengers can also get to savor new dining options across all domestic and international flights, and what the airline calls a flagship Suite Seats program will be on more than 300 international and transcontinental flights in top-tier cabin classes, rolling out Memorial Day weekend. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, trouble brewing in Sunnyside after the ACLU slaps a school board with a lawsuit over redistricting. And we're taking a look at the Boeing hearing that's happening in D.C., what the whistleblower has to say.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is zero. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and the new location on West Court Street. 420, that's April 20th. It's the annual Smokin' 420 sale from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. This year is off the charts. Get 50% off glass, free goodie bags for the first 300 people through the door, free tacos from 11 to 5, and all-day raffle and prizes. Don't miss the huge savings on the one-day 420 sale at all 6 locations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a semi-truck, call Tamaki Law. We understand the complex rules and regulations of the trucking industry. Dealing with big rig insurance companies requires a knowledgeable legal team, one who fights for compensation and justice that you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
The newest Tempur-Pedic lineup is available now at More Furniture. The all-new Tempur-Adapt collection delivers exceptional body-conforming pressure relief for aches and pains. Available in a variety of soft, medium, and firm feels with cool-to-the-touch covers and renowned motion absorption. You'll get superior sleep and take 72 months to pay with interest-free financing. Only at More Furniture.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, Emily Goodell tells us about a new lawsuit filed against the Sunnyside School District and what it has to do with redistricting. And we have all the highlights from yesterday's Cancer Crushing Breakfast hosted by the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:27 on Thursday, April 18th. Let's check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it was pretty cold last time we checked. Are we still in those low 30s this morning?
We are. Temperatures are below freezing in many locations, but now that the sun is up, temperatures will be rising. So by the 7 o'clock hour, temperatures should be a few degrees higher. We do have those frost and freeze alerts that were issued, I should say, last night in preparation for temperatures dropping at or below the freezing mark. So that includes most of the Columbia Basin, the Yakima Valley, and the foothills of the Blues. And we've seen many locations dip below 32 degrees. Tri-City's one of them, down to 30, 32 at Hanford, 33 Connell, 31 in Prosser, 36 Walla Walla. But keep in mind, if you live just outside the city of Walla Walla, it may be a little bit colder at your house. 29 in Hermiston and 31 in Yakima. Also, some of you may have frost on your vehicle if you do park outside. So you may want to take a peek, and if you have frost, leave a little bit early to give your car some time for the car defroster to work. Make sure the kids bundle up. If they're going outside to catch the school bus, They will need that heavier coat with temperatures in the 30s around drop-off. But by recess, we're up to 60 degrees, middle 60s as they're heading home. So a nice day if you want to let the kids play outside. And we continue to warm up from here on out. So we'll let you know when the 70s return. And we'll also have that fishing derby forecast coming up a little bit later on in the show. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And the Sunnyside School Board is elected at large, meaning people can vote for representatives outside of their own district. The ACLU says the system violates the Washington Voting Rights Act because even when the majority Latinx community overwhelmingly votes for a Latinx candidate, they still can't win. Our Emily Goodell tells us the ACLU has told the school board to expect a lawsuit if they don't make a change.
In Sunnyside's District 5, 59% of active voters are Latinx. Last year, over 90% of them voted for a Latina candidate to represent them. But because it's an at-large system and other districts got to weigh in with their votes, she lost.
When you add in those other districts, Sandra Cesate loses despite the fact that the people that she would be representing chose her.
The vote dilution means that we don't have representation on a school board that represents a 92% student body of Latino students.
The ACLU says that school board ended up picking a white superintendent over two Latinx candidates with more experience, despite the community's objections.
The school district just frankly doesn't have to be accountable to them because the current election system means there are no consequences if they're not.
The ACLU also taking issue with the district's boundary lines.
What they've done is they've put two districts right in the middle of the city and then cut off the sides of the city so that there's three wider districts that are diluting the Latinx vote.
The ACLU says they've told the school district they need to redraw those lines and switch to a district-based system where districts get to pick their own representatives, something they can do by giving notice and holding a public hearing.
We genuinely hope that they work with us. I think this can be an easy, inexpensive fix that doesn't have to end in litigation.
But the ACLU says if the district doesn't respond within 90 days, the next step will be a lawsuit filed against them. In Sunnyside, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
And we reached out to the Sunnyside School Board and got a response saying they received the documents from the ACLU and are in the process of reviewing them. Also, Governor Jay Inslee made multiple stops yesterday in Walla Walla. We caught Inslee here at Walla Walla Community College's new Sustainable Living Center. The topic, how the Climate Commitment Act is impacting people in Walla Walla and the surrounding communities. Inslee heard from a panel as they discussed how things like home audits help tremendously. The state says they are helping homeowners and renters alike by saving money with efficiency improvements.
Governor, recently there was obviously the drought declaration. How does that play into this?
You know, sometimes it's difficult to understand the relationship between insulation in an old home and preventing a drought that can be devastating to our whole state and our agricultural community. But there is a clear connection. Because if we're going to prevent these droughts from swallowing the state of Washington, from causing forest fires and not having irrigation for our crops, we got to figure out a way to reduce pollution in our air, because we know this pollution is causing the climate to change.
Inslee also paid a visit to an adult family home in Walla Walla, exploring how efficient heat pumps work. The governor ended his day at Woodward Canyon Winery, holding more discussions with locals about climate change and other initiatives his office is working on. And dual congressional hearings Wednesday revealed shocking allegations of lapses of safety controls at Boeing. Ivan Rodriguez is breaking down the testimony.
Boeing feeling the pressure as current and former employees join a panel of witnesses testifying before a Senate subcommittee about what the hearing title called a broken safety culture at the company.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is a criminal cover-up.
Sam Salahpour, a quality engineer for Boeing, says when assembling the fuselage on 787 aircrafts, gaps between pieces were left too wide, creating stress which could lead to fatigue and failure over time.
I want to make clear that I have raised these issues over 3 years. I was ignored. I was told not to create delays. I was told, frankly, to shut up.
Ahead of Wednesday's testimony, Boeing said inspections found no evidence of fatigue in parts of the plane now facing questions. The company released a statement reading in part, "We are fully confident in the 787 Dreamliner. These claims about structural integrity of the 787 are inaccurate and do not represent the comprehensive work Boeing has done to ensure the quality and long-term safety of the aircraft." Boeing has faced more than 5 years of questions over its commercial jets following 2 deadly crashes of a different model, the 737 MAX. January's door plug blowout aboard an Alaska Airlines flight added to the pressure. In an earlier hearing Wednesday, a panel of experts informed Congress of a series of recommendations they have made to the FAA for how to fix the issues at Boeing.
There needs to be an environment of psychological safety. They need to learn from that and communicate it and pass it on.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The chair of the NTSB told Congress last week that Boeing stated there are no records documenting the removal of the Alaska Airlines door. However, some say those records do exist, and the testimony continues today. Also this weekend is the 24th fishing derby. The fish were dumped into the pond yesterday morning to prepare for the event. And the derby is a 2-day event and registration has already closed. On Friday, it's only for kids with disabilities, and on Saturday, it'll be for kids that are 5 to 15 years old. Also, every child will have the opportunity to take something with them.
They'll take them home. In fact, we have fish cleaning stations, so they don't even have, mom doesn't even need to clean the fish. And then after, and I think this is important, after the Saturday event on Sunday, the lake will have a lot of fish in it.
Starting on Sunday, anyone who's 15 years old and younger, 70 years old and older, or are handicapped are able to fish at the Columbia Pond. And the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation hosted its Cancer Crushing Breakfast yesterday morning, raising money to support the Catholic Tri-Cities Cancer Center. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live now in studio. Good morning, Riley. What did you learn about at the event?
Good morning, Jessica. It was the 24th annual event that celebrated 3 decades of the Cancer Center being open in the Tri-Cities. Here's a small look at what was said at yesterday's breakfast.
The Catholic Tri-Cities Cancer Center focuses on its 4 pillars: prevention, early detection, treatment, and survivorship. The president of the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation Board of Directors, Monty Drake, says because of that focus, the community has seen the results.
This important level of respect has translated, get this, into over $30 million of financial contributions by corporations. Thank you. Yes.
Hundreds of people were at the Cancer Crushing Breakfast in support of the goal of providing resources to people seeking cancer care.
I think most everybody, you in the room, and myself included, you're probably in this room because somewhere in your past, either you've had to deal with or someone near you had to deal with cancer in some form or fashion.
At the event, the foundation board touched on its past, present, and future, including a panel of cancer center physicians speaking.
Screening and prevention is critical. If you have friends and family members who are, maybe a little bit late on some of their screenings, I would encourage you to just reach out to them and, with a kind, caring heart and say, hey, this is really important and I care about you.
The Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation had 2 stories from cancer survivors. One such survivor is Jim Hall, the Chief Philanthropy Officer with Catholic.
Well, my focus right now is on recovery, and I've got some work to do, and I think that's going to be my laser focus, is making sure that I can get back on my feet as quickly as possible.
Another person who spoke, representing the future for the Catholic Tri-Cities Cancer Center, is Holly Alexander. She spoke about how she and Jim went through their treatments at the same time.
While we used to bond over communication strategies, now we're bonding over cancer treatment. But I texted him when I found out about his diagnosis and said, I hear we're cancer twins. And he said, apparently, and Holly, let's put up a good fight.
Events like this help to support the Catholic Tri-Cities Cancer Center.
And if you're looking for another way to support the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation, they're also hosting the Cancer Crushing Challenge, which is a 5K and a 10K. It's happening May 11th at 8 o'clock, starting at Howard Amon Park. The proceeds benefit local cancer care. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your top trending headlines, including this one. Viola the elephant and her big day on the run, how she broke free in Montana. We'll be right back with the pictures and videos you don't want to miss.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
6 o'clock, Bogey. Did you say burger? Because I can go for a burger. I'm not talking about burger. Roger that. Fire now.
Need burger? Get burger! Spicy Western Bacon Cheeseburger, only at Carl's Jr.
Next extra at the strike at midnight, Taylor's album drops, and she's keeping the Easter eggs coming.
Swift Mania hits a fever pitch. The final clues as she's dropping.
Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Prosser Memorial Health board-certified pediatricians Dr. Dennis Moore and Dr. Gary Podolsky care for newborns through age 18 and are now accepting new patients at our Grandview and Prosser Clinic locations. Their services include wellness exams, school and sports physicals, and treatment for common childhood illnesses. To schedule an appointment for your child, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
You ready to hit the road in style? Well, you're in luck because it's Winnebago weekend here at Broadmoor RV and we have the best deals around. Whether you're chasing sunsets by the coast or trekking through the mountains, Winnebago has the right option for you. From compact RVs to luxurious motorhomes, we've got it all. Come down to Broadmoor RV April 19th through the 21st, and together, let's make camping fun.
When I come home and Lena grabs my leg,
She does.
it just does something.
And then I remind her, he didn't want you.
Next live, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Oh boy, look at that Carl's Jr. burger. Bacon, jalapenos, beef, cheese, bacon, beef. $5 on the app? What? Another burger. Lettuce, cheese, melty, delicious pickle. You gotta be kidding. Barbecue sauce, strip, crunchy onion rings. $5? I'm burger rich. Need burger? Get burger.
Check this out.
From here, you can see the falls, which right now are running high water.
Take flight over spectacular Spokane Falls New Park.
Spend some time here, read the interpretive panels, look at the art.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Feed the pets. Tumbleweed Cat Rescue is hosting a pet food drive all around the Tri-Cities for families in need. There will be donation bins at the following locations all month long. Please help us to help our community and feed the pets.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. You know, Riley, sometimes it's during those big major events like the NFL draft where it's the jobs behind the scenes that you may not know about.
Okay, or you may want to know about. The NFL draft is 1 week away and you'll see it right here on Apple Valley News Now. But here's what we're talking about. While the draft is going on in Detroit, a specially trained hawk and falcon will be working behind the scenes to scare away smaller birds and stop them from littering the city with their droppings.
So the birds and their handlers were hired by a Detroit real estate company to keep the city looking its best during the draft.
Fun to come in and have to dissect what we have going on. We try different methods of bird control and finding out what works, and then finding those combinations and putting them together and actually being able to control the birds in the area is kind of a challenge, and it's fun for us.
So they're dressing up like birds and trying to scare these birds away. So trainer Paul Thomas says the birds are easy to train, and when they can fly by you, they can reach speeds of up to 80 to 100 miles per hour.
I think that would keep me away too.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to deal with any of that. No. Well, also, an escaped elephant has a big day out, a biker gets busted, and 2 dads barely escape Mother Nature.
So that's a lot to unpack, but it's also all caught on camera. So we've got Jeremy Roth to explain it all. Take a look at this.
We've got a cavalcade of crazy caught on cam whatnot today, starting with this big Butte's big day out in Butte. Montana, that is. That was the scene of this circus elephant getting loose and taking a surreal stroll through town. The city's Civic Center said it was preparing to host the animal named Viola as part of a circus event when she got spooked by a truck backfire and took off. Viola didn't get too far and was flanked by a handler the entire time, and they were able to safely corral and return her, but not before she reportedly, made her mark on some lucky homeowner's lawn. Another trunk of the tree variety made headlines in Virginia when a surveillance camera captured a pair of dads relaxing backyard chill interrupted by a massive falling tree. The pair were preparing to roast s'mores with their kids when they heard some loud crackling noises and were able to scurry clear just as the serene scene became anything but. Thankfully, everyone is okay, minus the tree, but these two dads are still marveling at their timely stroke of luck.
So many things went right, and things could have gone so wrong.
Finally, take a look at a brash biker who's lucky he didn't have a big fall when he was caught on camera doing over 100 miles per hour whilst standing up on his motorcycle. It may be an impressive stunt, but police officers were not impressed at all. Instead, they pulled him over and placed him under arrest for reckless driving. Look, I'm sure he's a stand-up guy, but he needs to stay seated when he's on the road. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
A lot of scary scenes.
So that elephant video, she's just going to the casino. She's just trying to get her gamble on. Not a big deal, running some errands.
Crossing the road.
Let her do her thing, Viola.
I know.
Oh, that was definitely a lot to unpack right there.
Yes.
Also,
definitely.
I'm not surprised by the motorcyclist getting pulled over.
Yes.
Yeah. Caught. Oh man.
A lot of risky scenes there.
Lots of fun stuff caught on camera. Also, when we return on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at the results of our question of the day. What is your opinion on the Olympic Nike uniforms? Are they sexist? The results of our question of the day this morning is up next. Also, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
She's the star of Growing Up Chrisley, and this morning, in an emotional new interview, Savannah Chrisley opens up about her parents, their prison sentences, and taking custody of her younger siblings while her parents are incarcerated.
That's the tough part.
Good Morning America this morning.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there. You know, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Massive savings are on this weekend, only at More Furniture. Choose from a wide variety, including our new spring lineup, and we'll provide free white glove delivery, special interest free financing until 2025, and we'll subtract your sales tax. And right now, we'll donate your gently used furniture free of charge. Make an impact in your local community and allow us to remove and donate your items with this limited time offer. Only at More Furniture.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. Remember, inspect your feet daily for injuries and other ailments. There's more information at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
A flight over a new park overlooking Spokane Falls, Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest and happy Thursday, everyone. Almost to the end of the work week and the weekend forecast is looking pretty nice. It's already a nice start out there as far as the sky conditions go. As we take a live look out of our studio camera in Kennewick, we are seeing plenty of sunshine, but as far as the temperatures go, it's a bit cold out there. We're talking about temperatures below the freezing mark in some locations. That is why that freeze warning was issued last night, since the growing season has already began. It's 30 degrees in Tri-Cities, 29 in Hermiston, 33 in Prosser and Connell, 31 in Yakima. Look at Ellensburg, down to 26 degrees, and Walla Walla still at 36 degrees. So with temperatures this low, there could be some areas of patchy frost, so you may want to take a peek outside. If you park outside, see if your vehicle has any frost. If it does, allow for a little bit of extra travel time. The winds are pretty light, anywhere between 3 and about 10 miles per hour. And that is why the pollen forecast is a little bit lower today. But I say a little bit because we're still in that medium to high category. The wind ramps up tomorrow, so that tree pollen will likely rise a little bit more. And then it'll go up even more as we head into next week as we warm up a bit more as well. So bottom line is, if you're allergic to tree pollen, your allergies are going to be bothering you through the weekend and into next week. Really no relief in sight there. Here's the weather pattern. High pressure in control. That ridge will move a little bit closer to the coast. That's why temperatures will be right around average today. We're going to keep it dry. Tomorrow, high pressure keeps us sunny and dry as temperatures rise a few degrees above average. But notice that rainfall, that's associated with our next cold front. Saturday during the day will stay dry. You'll notice more clouds on Saturday, but that next cold front moves in Saturday night, and that could bring us a few showers Saturday night, ending before Sunday morning. So today, mostly sunny, seasonable. Highs around 68, Tri-Cities, 66 in Hermiston, 62 Walla Walla, 64 in Yakima. Tonight, it's going to be cold once again. So if you brought in those plants last night, you want to do it again tonight. Temperatures may be a few degrees higher, but not by much. I think we'll still have some patchy frost around, temperatures in the low and middle 30s by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, the wind picks up, sunny, pleasant, highs around 70 in Tri-Cities, 66 Walla Walla, 64 in Dayton, 64 in Pendleton, and 65 in Yakima. We have a big event going on this weekend. It kicks off tomorrow. If you're going to be participating in the fishing derby, or your kids are, and you're going out early in the mornings, it's going to be cold. They're going to need to bundle up. Tomorrow morning, we're starting off in the 30s, but by tomorrow afternoon, lots of sunshine. You need the sunscreen, 70 degrees. In the 30s again Saturday morning, 72 by Saturday afternoon with more clouds. And then Sunday, it'll be milder in the early mornings with temperatures starting off in the 40s. That's because the added cloud cover, with temperatures topping out around 68. So a little bit cooler on Sunday because we have that cold front moving through Saturday night. May bring us a shower or two, but nothing more than that. Looking good for Earth Day and next week with highs in the 70s. Yakima 64 today, 65 and breezy tomorrow. Can't rule out a shower late in the day on Saturday, but most of the day is looking dry, 66 on Sunday. Walla Walla 62 today. We're in the upper 60s this weekend on Saturday. A few showers possible Saturday night, but any rain will likely fall when you're sleeping. So the weekend is looking mainly dry. Hermiston 66 today, 68 and breezy on Friday, and then 70 on Saturday, touch cooler on Sunday with a few more clouds. Back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And check this out. We've been asking you all morning about a hot headline. Riley Fitzgerald's now going to bring us the results to our question of the day and the story behind it. Riley, let us know what we're talking about.
Thanks, Jessica. So at the bottom of your screen, you can see the results of your vote and watch them as they come in. So this morning, we're talking about the U.S. Women's Olympic team. Nike is facing backlash over one of its new uniform designs for the U.S. Women's Track and Field Olympic team. them. The women's leotard with its high-cut bikini line quickly triggered a wave of criticism on social media. Nike issued a statement saying the leotard design is one of many styles to choose from and tailoring options will be available. So you can see the results of our question.
And you can see the uniform on your screen now. So to me, I typically haven't thought they've been sexist, but this one in particular does appear that way.
Quite high-waisted, I'd say.
A little too high, because I've seen the running uniforms, the track uniforms, and they've always been, you know, standard, like you can move in them, aerodynamic or whatever. But this one's a little too cut short and high.
Yes, I wouldn't be wearing this, not that I'm a track and field athlete.
I run a little bit, or a lot, or almost every day, but I like to run in shorts, so, and I would never wear something that tiny.
Yes.
So, and you can see it's pretty like even so far.
Yeah,
54% said
46.
no. Oh, so we'll see as the results keep coming in. So thank you all for submitting your votes, and we'll keep the voting open throughout this morning. So tell us what you think. You can also go on Facebook and applevalleyNewsNow.com/vote and vote on our question of the day, and let us know.
Yeah. Again, we'll be taking a look at this throughout the morning. We'll keep an eye on it.
And thank you, Riley, and we'll see you back here in just a little bit, and we'll be back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's the new show that has people on social media buzzing.
We running the pod now.
Unlocked, a jail experiment, shows what happens when the jail cells are unlocked and the prisoners run their own community in prison.
No locks and no officers. And let y'all be a community.
And this morning, the man who agreed to the experiment, Sheriff Eric Higgins, is speaking out to GMA.
It showed that people can change. People can change for the better if given the opportunity. It takes time. And it's a process. And you see that process go on in this unit. And that I want people to know that the doors are still open.
That's what this is about. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more from Sheriff Higgins and what's next for the detention center. With your GMA First Look, I'm Steve Osentami, ABC News, Atlanta.
There it is. That feeling you get when you can do more with less asthma. It starts with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing
that's it?
in as
Okay.
little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Can you picture it? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Welcome back. We'll check in now with Tiffany for a final look at your first alert forecast this morning. Hey, Tiffany.
Good morning, Jessica. Hopefully you didn't put the heavy winter coat away just yet. You're going to need it not only this morning, but tomorrow morning as well. Look at these numbers, upper 20s, lower 30s out there. And some of you may have some patchy frost on your windshield. So be aware that that's a possibility and allow for a little bit of extra time to get where you need to go this morning if that's the case. This afternoon, lots of sunshine, upper 60s for many of us, lower 60s along the foothills of the Blues. We're cold again tomorrow morning, temperatures in the low middle 30s. Weekend looking good, especially for the fishing derby. It'll be cold in the mornings, but pretty pleasant during the afternoons. We may see a stray shower Saturday night with our next cold front, and then we drop it from the 70s into the 60s on Sunday. Looking pretty good for Earth Day, 72. Yakima, 64 today. We're in the middle 60s tomorrow and through the weekend, and then the 70s next week. Walla Walla, a couple of showers possible Saturday night, but most of your weekend looking dry. 65 Sunday, 60s today, tomorrow in Hermiston, and 70 on Saturday. So bundle up this morning, Jessica.
Thank you, Tiffany. I will definitely be bundling up. And thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. Local news is back tonight at 5. GMA is next. And you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a thrilling Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow.